Alright, we have game 4 here. There's no plus buy on the board, which is sad. There's a few gainers, Ironworks, Amulet, Forge, but it really looks like you just want to play with a lot of money and buy green cards. Nothing exciting happening here. There's Fairgrounds, so you could think about that a little bit. I did think about it a bit. What I'm going to try to do here is just keep that in mind and build a deck with as many uniques as reasonable. So I go Ironworks, Amulet. Amulet will trash. It'll also get me silver, which is perhaps more important than trashing here. And the Ironworks is there to pick up advisors. Yep, to pick up advisors. Lots and lots of advisors. So my opponent, he actually opens with Ironworks Overlord. I don't go for the Overlord straight away. I go for it on turn 3. Mostly that Overlord is there just as a one-of in the deck. It's a unique and it's flexible, right? I could play it as Advisor, as Amulet, whatever the hell I want it to be. So a second Ironworks for my opponent, and this was a bit questionable in my mind. Not really sure what there is on the board that you want to gain so much of to warrant a second Ironworks. So I start in on the advisors here, and I just trash with this amulet to complete my my repayment of the debt. Overlord here is probably going to be used as an Ironworks to pick up. Nope, never mind me. An amulet just to get rid of the estate from my deck here. And 2 is enough money to pick up a seller. Seller is decent, especially with the advisor, because okay, they're gonna let the junk pass into your hand, and then the seller could put that into the discard and draw new nice things. So finally get rid of the last estate here, and it should be okay now to actually pick up advisors. My deck should just be coppers at this moment, and I am actually able to pick up an advisor here with the Ironworks, and I can go for a coin and pick up another, but I decided to just go for a brace of silvers here instead. The money is important. It's way important. Much more important than any advisor, I feel anyway. So I'm gonna trash here because I feel like, okay, given my money situation now, I can easily go for a couple more advisors. And the thinner the deck gets, the better the advisors get. I mean, you know that. That's not like magic. Groundbreaking. So slowly I'll chip away at the coppers, keeping ideally just one in the deck for the unique for the Fairgrounds, and I can make them be worth 4 points, I believe. I'll have like 10 uniques or 11 uniques or something given the state of my deck. So as it turns out here, I am able to pick up the last 2 advisors, which actually puts the split 6-4 in my favor. Yes, my opponent went for the double Ironworks, and I still ended up with more advisors than him. So now here he plays as advisor, and I think about discarding the Overlord. Now I have no problem with giving him the Ironworks, is what I'm saying. Before I might have thought a little bit more hard about that, but it's very easy there. The Ironworks doesn't do much. You could gain a couple of sellers, but you don't want your deck to be full of sellers. That's not good anyway. A couple of sellers I think is sufficient. And silver for him. So now the Ironworks are kind of like dead cards in his hand here. So I have no problem letting that go through off of his advisors. So now we start to, you know, just stabilize things a little bit here. This Ironworks could actually be used to gain an estate or a silver in a pinch, an envoy should I ever need it for the plus act for the unique count in the deck. I doubt. I really doubt, because I already calculated my 10 uniques, right? I have Ironworks, Overlord, Seller, Amulet, Advisor. That's already what, 5 of them? And then I have all the monies. That's 8. Province is 9, and Fairgrounds itself is 10. So we good here. We good. I just have to pick up a gold, which I think about doing here. The Overlord here I think about playing it as a merchant ship, but decide not to play it as a merchant ship in the end because I don't need the money, and I would rather play it as a merchant ship later when I do need the money. So I just go for Torturer here. I knew it would draw all of my cards up, and it might make my opponent discard, which he does end up doing. So that should hurt him a little. And the gold now. So I think I'm in decent shape to start buying green cards. I think I'm in decent shape for that. So there's not much more to be said here. I'm not really sure why I ended up with more advisors than my opponent. Even though he had 2 ironworks plus an overload. I have no idea how that happened. Maybe he just drew badly. But I did. And that was actually pretty commanding for the rest of the game here. So now I just, you have to track your deck, make sure everything is in order. There's 4 advisors and 6 cards. I have enough money here if I use this Overlord as merchant ship to pick up a province, so why not? Why am I gonna go digging up in the bottom of my deck when I don't have to do so, So I do take the first province here, and I have a nice 2 coins coming in from the merchant ship on my next turn here. I'm quite looking forward to those 2 coins. It'll be important. Because the 1 gold I have in my deck, I probably won't see it because my opponent will actually be discarding that if ever it comes up on an advisor hand, as I do here. So usually you want to cut the draw out from the advisor whenever it gives you the choice, but I chose there to cut the gold because I felt like, okay, if he draws 2 cards, 2 extra cards off of the advisor, it's not going to be as good as the gold I'll give him. So that was my reasoning there, and 7 here he actually makes a good buy here. I didn't think about it at all, but Forge is an excellent terminal to put into the deck here. Excellent, excellent terminal. After seeing him pick it up, I told myself, okay, look, when you stall, when you don't hit 8 and hit 7, of course, buy the Forge. Otherwise, just keep buying the provinces. Just keep buying the provinces. This is a little bit shaky here, discarding all these cards and just, relying on whatever I draw back, but it actually turns out to find me the gold, which is real good news. I know there's 2 advisors in the last 4 cards, so I'm trying to top deck 2 advisors here, but I draw both advisors, so whatever. Can't win everything. Can't win everything, so I'm just going to clear the top of the deck here with the last 2 advisors. Unfortunately, I was not even able to top deck a single advisor, but that's fine. It's fine. We'll get the amulet into play. It's no big deal. So I'll use the amulet here to trash, and then I'll decide what to do with it on the next turn. Whether gaining silver or taking a coin is better. So if I have a lot of money in hand, I'll probably just gain the silver. Otherwise, I'll take the coin. Second province for me here. To my opponent's none. Looks very promising for me for the rest of this game. But really, it's the advisor split. It's just the advisor split that is going to let me win this game. I mean, you could probably already tell where it's going, right? Even with my opponent's Forge. I think I should be in decent shape here. He gains a silver off the ironworks to put him up to 8. And picks up his first province. Now here, it looks a bit shaky because I only have the silver in hand. But I still go ahead and gain the silver. I have faith in these 2 advisors to draw me into good things. So this is a very interesting choice for my opponent. He actually gives me the gold here, which helps a lot in helping me get to province. He cuts the advisor there, but he gives me the seller. So either way, I was safe. I felt to get province. And I feel especially safe on getting to province when I can have a merchant ship in play. So here again, not troubling the bottom part of my deck. There's a lot of good cards there. A couple advisors, namely, and I have enough money to pick up the province, so let's just do that. So again, I'm discarding the gold here. I believe that is better. I could be wrong than discarding the advisor. I could be wrong. And here my opponent actually pulls out the Forge and gets rid of his 2 ironworks, which is very good for him. As well as a few coppers. So he uses his seller here, and I think he finds the Forge. Yeah, there comes the Forge, and a couple ironworks going in the bin for a province. He doesn't actually buy anything though, so that looks real good for me here if I can get to province number 4. If I can get to province number 4, the best he could do is tie, forge into a province and buy a province, and I don't think he could do that. I don't think he has the draw or the necessary cards to both forge into a province and to buy a province, so Ironworks here, just keeping the deck treasure rich with the silvers and picking up province number 4 prompts my opponent into resignation. So that is game 4 for you. Pretty interesting. Here he goes for a Fairgrounds, but he resigns here when he sees I have a bunch of advisors in hand. So yeah, pretty interesting one. Not really. It's just about the advisor split, which I luckily won. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next game.